I wake up and just go back to sleep.
Me too.
It's good because you're dad.
Yeah. I would like a motivational speech right now.
Well, Dave's good for motivation.
Motivate me to be better in my life, be better in hunting, be better in family. Give me something good, Brinker.
I mean, if you
It
look,
just comes. I can't think about it. It's just got to come out.
if you look at Dave Brinker, he's got a fresh
Dude,
haircut.
Dude, he's Utah now.
I mean,
You look like you're 22 years old
that
right
is
now.
a slick haircut.
I'm 43. So
can't-
my
Don't
biological
look
age is
right now.
18. What?
You don't look it right now because of the haircut.
I'd say he's in better shape than he's probably ever been in.
I think ever. Actually,
He's a little
jacked.
Dustin at Mountain Tough asked me this morning, and I was trying to think. I think it's ever.
Ever.
This is the best shape you've ever been
Ever.
in?
Like even like teens, like when you're high school.
Dude, I was drunk 4 nights a week when I was a teenager.
And
Don't
that's
listen to
only,
what I did, kids. Don't do what I did.
and
I'm
now
just
it's
saying.
only 3 nights a week. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding.
When I did Mountain Tough for that year when we were testing out those programs, I have to admit, even in my mid 40s, I was in the best shape of my life.
Dude, it kicked my ass.
Like best shape of my life.
I think a lot of it's that, but more than, and then there's other stuff I do like jujitsu and stuff that helps.
Yeah, I need to get
But
back
it's more
in.
watching my diet and just my total lifestyle as a whole. Because if you just work out but you eat a bunch of shit and don't sleep and blah blah blah, you're not going to be in great shape.
Yeah, but
But like I'm pretty protective over my sleep, what I eat. I do jujitsu 3 days a week, mountain tough or something equivalent at least 3 to 4 times a week. And then I have an echelon bike, I ride that. And then during hunting season, dude, you know what's crazy? After hunting season, are we talking right now?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, welcome to the GOHUNT podcast.
This is our intro.
this is how they do podcasts.
This is how we do podcasts.
He's the best.
Yeah, this is perfect. I came back from elk season after Montana, so I did Oregon, Idaho, Montana, pretty much in sequence. And I hit the jiu-jitsu mat, and dude, my cardio was unbelievable. Like I could roll all night with these guys, and usually in jiu-jitsu, you'll do 2 or 3 rounds and you're smoked. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my god, dude, hiking in the mountains is the best workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not all of us can do that all year, right? So you got to find these other things to do. But all this off-season stuff's great, and I feel great. But that fall kick in the ass of just miles and miles with weight, and then at altitude, it's like blood doping. Like it's you just come back and your cardio is just off the charts.
What was the change? Like, what happened in you? What flipped in you that you were like, I'm going to make all these things more of a priority? And was it one at a time, or did you just go full tilt on all of it?
There's a lot of things like that I've talked about on multiple podcasts, but like just what I went through after I left Sitka and all that stuff. I had to make changes physically and spiritually and professionally. But the last chip that fell that really changed my perspective on this stuff was knowing several people with health problems.
Like at a
And-
similar age?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I have a very good friend who has pancreatic cancer.
Mm-hmm.
She's 43. Obviously, I've seen a few of those situations recently.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. It was about a year and a half ago or so. I had a spot on my shoulder. It was like almost like a mini tumor looking thing. It's like a bump. So I went to the dermatologist, and she usually they're like, it's all good. She her eyes lit up. She's like, what's that? And I'm like, that? She's like, yeah, that. How long's that been there? I'm like, a few months. She's like, that's not good. We gotta, I'm taking that thing off right now. We need to get it in. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're scaring the shit out of me right now.
Right.
She's like, sorry, I'm not trying to scare you, but
I remember this day. I remember you called me that day.
She freaked me out.
Yeah.
dude. And she's like, I'm like, well, whoa, we were just joking a second ago. Like, give me the best, worst case. She's like, well, spots like that, unlike it wasn't a mole. Mm-hmm. She's like, there's this really bad type of skin cancer that looks like that when it starts, and it goes really fast. Like it can metastasize within a month or two, which means it goes to your organs, which within a month or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's semi rare, but not that rare. Anyway, she's like, I'm not saying it's that, but that's what it kind of looks like. And I'm like, well, thank you. You know?
Yeah.
like, so was there like treatments? She's like, yeah. Well, first let's see if it is. She's like, if it is, it's no big deal. You'll just have to go through chemo and all this stuff. I'm like, well, God, dude. Like, I just
That's
came in
pretty
here to have you look at my moles. Anyways, long story short, freaked the shit out of me. Then she's like, we'll get your results in 3 weeks. I'm like, 3 weeks?
She's
Yeah.
just gonna go fast, and now 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's a
So
long
like,
time.
anyways, for 3 weeks, I did a lot of heavy thinking about, and I'm studying about this type of stuff that starts happening in this part of our lives. Like we're getting to the age where people around you get stuff.
Yeah.
It's not
You're getting to
fun.
the age trail.
Oh, I'm that age. How old are you now? 40?
I'm 43.
Yeah, I'm 44.
So anyways, I'm like, we all could at any point get a phone call, right?
Yeah.
About ourselves. But we can all like up our odds of not having to deal with that. And the things that are in control are like our physical and mental health. So, and I want to elk hunt till I'm 90. So
So that was kind of the catalyst then.
that was it.
I want to jump back to one thing you said before we get into our discussion. You said you try to prioritize sleep. That's my biggest downfall.
Yeah, I know it is.
You are like
in my life
a
right
freaking
now
night owl.
is sleep.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time just going to bed normally, even though I know I need to. But it's like I have so many things in my head, so many thoughts. At night, that's the time when no one bugs me. So that's the time I actually do a lot of like my real work, because that's my freedom time.
If you guys
no
come
one
to
can call
Vegas,
me.
you should stay at Brady's. Just it's just.
Dude, I got to go to bed at 9.
It's just I do too, but it's always interesting when you get up in the morning. So like I'll get up at 5 and
He's still awake?
I'm like 2 hours and 3 hours into sleep.
I'll
at that
wander
point.
downstairs and Brady will be asleep on the couch.
You would have been a good rock star.
Yeah, right.
You'd have been my
I missed
musician
out.
friends, like my friend Zach Swan. I'll go stay at his house in Nashville. I'll wake up at 7.
Dude,
He's
you
still
would-
up playing video games.
You would be like the ultimate country singer. Like
You would have a good look.
he does
Do you
have
sing
that
at all?
look. He's got the guitar.
No, I have no musical skills that I
Dude.
know of. Maybe I do, and I've never tried it.
You should
We
try.
can get, hey,
Let's
they have
get 'em
auto-tune.
going.
You guys cut a record later.
be your
I
agent.
think.
But like that's why though, like when I go hunting, I actually get the best sleep of my life because there's nothing else to do. I just think about the next morning for a little bit in the evening. Like I got a plan going. Go to bed super early. I get
Yeah.
9 hours of sleep then. But most of the time right now, it's like 5.5, maybe 6.5 hours of sleep every single
Yeah.
night. I have a very hard time prioritizing sleep because
I'm really lucky. I've never struggled, dude. I could fall asleep right here, right now.
that's the
within
thing too.
next
Though I
5
could do
minutes.
the same thing, but there's I don't have a good balance. I think of I want to be I work out late at night, which may be a downfall because I live in Vegas, so the gym's really packed at 6, so I go at 10. So then I'm staying up later, and then I do work afterwards. Then I get a shower, and it's like
Yeah, I
if
mean,
I go to
that's,
gym-
that's part of the problem. You're getting your body all amped up.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
10, 11
Yeah,
o'clock
you're
at
not supposed
night.
to go to gym at night. Go in the morning, bud.
I'm not a morning. I've never been a morning person my whole entire life.
gotta flip
Maybe I got
it.
to try to switch it. That's why I've tried to start running in the morning now.
But I
Try to
wonder if
break
somebody's
that.
circadian rhythm, if that's like you're consistent that way, I wonder if it's really different for you than it is for somebody that goes to bed at 9 o'clock every night. Like
Yeah.
if you consistently go to bed at 1 in the morning or
Yeah,
whatever.
as long as he's getting a certain amount, right?
And I don't feel like I'm dragging throughout the day, but I know my performance probably better when
Yeah,
I'm
but
going to
you're
the gym.
still
I might
young.
get better benefits by actually sleeping.
Yeah.
You're
listen
still
to all
young.
that
You don't
stuff.
have kids yet.
That's true too.
So you're, I don't know, like, for me, I got to go, like, I am pretty religious about, I'm in my bed by 9 and I wake up at 5:30.
Yeah.
I'm usually asleep by 9:15. I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to these things.
I'm the same as Dave. We have the
you really?
same
Yeah.
schedule.
We talked about
yeah,
this.
He and I, we're lockstep.
And I'm out,
Yeah.
dude. My wife's kind of a night owl. She has a hard time. Dude, I am out. As soon as my head hits the pillow, and it pisses her off to no end because she can't sleep.
Yeah.
But if I even get 7 hours, for example, I can do that for one night. But if I do 2 nights in a row with just 7 hours, I feel like a dog. Like I do not perform well.
Yeah, so I like track everything, like Garmin watch, a Whoop strap. And the biggest thing I learned this last year, it literally says on there, I don't get enough sleep to get by. That was
It said that.
it says that. It literally says that. I'm constantly in
Brady,
sleep
this
debt.
is God.
You do change your life right now. So I'm trying to work on that, but like
It's a tough thing to work on, though. My wife struggled with it her whole life. I don't know. I have no advice for you other than I feel like it's one of these things that doesn't get talked about very much in our culture because it's not super sexy. Like it's getting buff. Like
Yeah, getting buff sexy.
Yeah, like-
Sleeping,
people don't. But based on the science that I've seen, and I've never read a study, but I've heard that there's studies out there that show that sleep's like one of the most important things.
one of the
you
most
can do for
important things.
longevity.
Yeah.
The Huberman Lab, he's got a podcast out on it that I watched, and it talked about like in the first, I can't remember if it was the first like 3 hours or 2, whatever it was, like your growth hormones, like peak in that first, whatever it was, 30 minutes, hour, 2 hours, whatever it was. And if you miss that, it's not that your body then like will do it later. Like you just miss it that day.
Yeah, that was a really good podcast. I've listened to that too. I usually probably listen to it and actually execute and just shut off at night.
Yeah. My biggest thing is just shutting technology off. Like I'm not as extreme as these guys going to bed at 9, but if I'm on my phone or watching something on TV, like right until I want to go to bed, then I struggle.
You know, one of the things I did, I turned I have a few email addresses. My main email address for my business in Oregon, I don't have it on my phone anymore.
That's probably smart.
That's probably
I don't get emails on my phone. So I stopped, like when I get out, I leave my office computer at like 5. I don't check my emails again until I sit down again the next morning. When I was at Sitka, it wasn't possible to do that back then. And like this is when Blackberries were like crackberries. Like all night. I remember waking up in the middle of the night and checking emails.
Oh,
No.
Like that's not healthy. But so I got rid of that, did some other stuff. Although I do jujitsu at night, and that amps me up because we'll do like saunas and cold plunges afterwards, and I feel amped. So I take melatonin sometime. Or if I'm traveling, like last night, I took 5 milligrams of melatonin just to go to sleep. I just don't sleep well in other places. But to add to the earlier stuff, the other thing that I saw, Trail, is when you get in your 40s, you start seeing your friends, some of your friends that aren't aging well because of their lifestyle.
Right.
And you're like, dude, I want to age well. Like, I want to stay healthy and agile and not look like shit.
I'm just always curious as individuals. Like, I mean, it's apparent sitting across from you that within the last year and a half, 2 years, you've made pretty significant changes. I mean, you physically you look different. You look better. I mean, you do. I mean, genuinely, you look healthy and well. And I think every time I walked up to you in the last year I've seen you, I've been like, Dave, you look great, man.
I've significantly reduced my stress levels.
Yeah, you look great. So I'm always interested on like what was the catalyst.
Chris Porter knew me when I was at
how did you
Sitka.
find
He's
it?
like, dude, I could never even talk. You're so stressed out all the time.
Yeah.
And funny thing is I feel like I have more responsibility now, but way less stress. I haven't really figured out why. Maybe it's maturity. Maybe it's resilience. I don't know.
Bryce, you've always been in good shape ever since I met you.
Bryce is shredded, man.
I'm not. No, I mean, the last 6 months have been rough for me, as you guys know. But I need to get back on it. But I don't know. Last summer I was in really good shape. We did a board meeting. When was that? June, July-ish. And we did that hike.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, July.
And I was in great shape.
Dude, I could barely keep up with you up the mountain. I'm like, dude, Bryce is an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think for me, it's mostly trying to eat semi-healthy. I don't snack a lot. I'm not a huge snacker. I do love sugar.
You love a little junk.
Yeah.
Oh, I love some junk. That's
So
my problem.
I have to just be careful how much junk I put in. But I think overall, everything in moderation. I don't do big portions.
I think health is becoming more popular.
I agree.
No, way more popular.
Dude,
should.
the amount of
It really
people
should.
that I've met
Health is
since I've
trendy now.
been putting out these podcasts about like no alcohol,
Yeah.
like the amount of people that have walked up to me that I would have never expected to have the conversation with. Like, they're like, dude, I've been trying that. That feels pretty good. And I'm not, and I've said it on my podcast. I still have a beer or two here and there. So I'm not like this like super anti-alcohol guy, but I have talked a lot about the benefits of not drinking much. And I think that's even becoming more popular.
Yep.
Like the non-alcoholic industry is like a multi-billion-dollar industry now. Like, so I think that's good overall. I think people are talking about it more, and I don't know. Maybe I just caught on to the trend, and I'm like, this does feel good to feel good, you know?
How did you cut stress out of your life? I'm curious.
No, I didn't cut it out of my life. I still have stress.
You still have. You're still.
I think as you get older, you handle it better.
Okay.
You know, like when you're in your 20s and 30s, you're still kind of.
I feel like I'm handling it worse the older I get. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
You
feels,
like acting like everything's like a big deal constantly, and thinking about it and analyzing it.
No,
or-
it just feels like there's more. Like I feel like. you know,
Yeah, but I think you're at that transition point. Like you and I talked the other day.
Yeah.
You know, your oldest son.
My kids are getting older, and like I thought, That it would be easier the older they got, but it's as they become like teenagers, there's like a lot more emotional, and there's just like more of life going on with them. Like I worry about them more, way more as teenagers than I ever did when they were just young, and then work and everything. I'm like, I don't know, I'm getting worse at this, I think.
No, you get
It's a really good question, Trev.
So I don't know
I don't know the answer to it necessarily. Like clearly, I can't clearly articulate it. The one main thing is I don't work in a big corporation anymore, so I deal with less politics.
Yeah.
Right? When you're part of a huge company, there's a lot of politics and personalities and bureaucracy, and that stuff stresses me out because I'm a people pleaser. I like I don't love conflict. It's something I've always had to work on. But I certainly have a lot of stress. I feel like just as I've gotten older, I handle it better. Maybe it's because I've been through thousands of these situations professionally or whatever. The kid thing's getting more stressful because I'm in a similar phase as you. My kids are like, I have my first teenager now. My daughter just turned 13.
Oh, snap.
And and that's definitely stressful. But I don't know, man. It's significantly reduced. I need to do some more deep thinking about it, and I don't know how to answer it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's also because I'm more physically and mentally healthy that I handle it better.
Yeah.
That could also be it.
Probably. That's probably it.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Could be. But I do think, like, I watched my dad. This also could be it. My dad, he's the older he's got, he's just like kind of has this attitude of like, whatever. Like if there's a bad situation, there's one situation that happened in my business that I'm in with my dad. It was pretty nasty. And I was like over the moon stressed about it. He's like, I'm going fishing. I'm like, you're going fishing?
Huh.
I'm like, we got to make phone calls. We got to solve this. He's like, nope, fuck it. I'm turning my phone off. I'm going fishing for the day. We'll solve it tomorrow. I'm like, dude, I would not be able to do that. He's like, I can. He's like, you know why? Because as I've gotten older, all this shit is just a flash in the pan. It goes away. It's going to be okay. We'll figure it out tomorrow. I'm going fucking fishing. Excuse my language, by the way. Can I cuss in the go? Brice is going to yell at me afterwards.
The other day I had to say language.
Yeah, he's like, watch your language.
Yeah. We're an open book.
No C words. I actually don't say the C word.
We have had that issue.
That's why we
not internally, but I wouldn't have guessed that.
But watching my dad handle situations the way, because it is true, man. Like someday we're all gonna die, and all these little problems that we have most of them you don't remember even a week after they happen, and 99% of them you for sure don't remember a year from now.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have that outlook on it, it's like, yeah, this is a little bit of a headache right now, but it's gonna go away.
I think what I've been through the last 6 months has really changed perspective for me on what really does matter and doesn't matter. So many little things that just bug you and annoy you. I used to let those just eat at me for days, weeks, or even months sometimes. But you go through kind of trauma and you just realize you don't have the bandwidth to give those things time and attention anymore. Like the energy you'd put into those little annoyances, you just learn that they don't matter. They'll just go away on their own, and you can put energy into things that really actually make a difference in your life or other people's lives.
Obviously, Brice, you just went through something tremendously traumatic that was personal, but it was a really bad deal. And I got to say, watching you deal with it has been inspiring. Just super strong. Obviously, you have weak points too, just like every human, and it's a big deal. But I seeing like that, it like opens my mind to like real problems. We all work in the hunting industry.
Yeah.
These are like hunting industry problems, right? This guy doesn't like that guy. This guy's buck was smaller than this guy's.
That guy
it actually doesn't really matter. Or, this product or this, that. I love this industry. We all love the industry. But at the end of the day, it's just hunting gear and hunts that someday our kids are going to throw our heads in the attic, So if you can't find some more meaning in what we do, or like not get too hung up on all of it, I don't know. I find a little comfort in just knowing that.
Yeah, perspective is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And trying to retain it and kind of maintain a clear perspective, because you can get I mean, I was sitting here earlier looking at YouTube comments and just,
Oh, jeez, man. You went to
come on.
the
To the
pits
rabbit
of
hole.
hell.
And then I'm like, did I answer these? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I should.
What is
And
it
that's the
about-
problem because we're supposed to read them.
I don't have anything to hide. I'm not like, you
What
know.
is the
but-
problem?
Yeah.
What is it? Like if you look at Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube and compare the comments, TikTok and YouTube are like the cesspool of social media in terms of comments. I don't know if these people are different than what happens on Instagram or what. I mean, Instagram, you got your haters too. But YouTube, you start reading comments on YouTube. You're like, dude, there's some unhappy people.
I want to know if these people are actually real who are commenting because like I've never
Well,
met nasty people in my life for the
If
most
they,
part.
Rogan was talking about this the other day. If it's like Nate 085765 ABC, it's like a troll farm.
Yeah.
But why would they
Troll farm
find
for
out
hate?
my video and be like, I hate that guy?
Trails poacher.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but if you start reading that stuff, it can make you feel like garbage.
Sure.
We can all pretend that it doesn't affect us, but if you read it, it will affect you.
But I think that's the lesson there is like, if you look at that, I mean, what is a comment on YouTube from somebody that's, you know, nameless, faceless? It doesn't mean anything. Like, where is the real perspective? Like, what does matter?
Yeah.
And like these kinds of things matter. Your family, you know,
Yeah.
the meeting and why you do what you do. So
Well, and I think we all are in this industry for the relationships more than we are.
I
anything
agree.
else, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's cool to put out awesome product and see your brand grow or whatever, but the thing I love the most about it is being able to just build friendships
Yeah.
and relationships and do cool things with people.
Yep.
when did you decide to start PEAX? Like, what was that decision? Is it something you'd always wanted to do?
No, so I was in financial services for a long time. I was in a partnership for a real estate asset management company. We worked with hedge funds, mortgage servicers, insurance companies, and they would give us portfolios of real estate properties, and they didn't know what to do with them. This was primarily through like the financial crisis in 08
Yeah,
to
the
like about
bottom end.
2018. And just millions of foreclosed properties, and they had no idea what to do with these things. So we would just take these portfolios of real estate properties and we would figure out the disposition strategy on them. Sometimes we'd want to fix them up and sell them. Sometimes we want to rent them. Sometimes we'd want to pool them and sell them off again. And so I was doing that for a long time. And, you know, we made a heap ton of money doing that, but it was always a problem. Like, we talked about stress right now, right? Like, that was the most stressful time of my life where every phone call you got, you just dreaded picking up the phone because you knew on the other end somebody was not happy about something.
Oh, that's hard.
And so all day long, it was just vendor problems, customer problems, system problems, employee problems. I mean, it was just one problem after another.
How long did you do that?
Well, I started in 2000 doing that.
Oh, wow.
And then got into a partnership in 2008 and then rode that out till I sold out of that partnership in 2016
Gotcha.
and then consulted back to the firm till about 2018 when the other partner closed down. And, you know, between that 2016 to 2018 time frame, I just found peace out hunting. Like, it was my escape from the crap.
Right.
I had moved back to Bozeman and just started really diving back into backcountry hunting with my brother. And we were out hunting, and he was like, in this spot we're going, you need a pair of trekking poles. And I was like, dude, I don't need trekking poles.
We've all been there.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
think we need them.
And
Let's
so
go see.
he's like, yeah, you do. And I went to Walmart and bought like an $18 pair of trekking poles off the rack as we were driving out of town. And we were like 6 miles back in, and we were coming out, and we were walking down this rocky face. And I put one of those trekking poles out in front of me, and it just bent in half, completely in half.
Yeah.
There was no salvaging it. And so the rest of the hike out, we were just talking about like trekking poles for whatever reason. And we just were like, I wonder if you could make a trekking pole that's more designed for a hunter, right? Like, what would it take? And of course we were like, carbon fiber, it has to be carbon fiber. So I don't know why that conversation with him affected me so much, but when I got back home, I just started like tinkering, and I'm still consulting for that other brand and just, you know, like figuring this other thing out on the side. And I just kept messing around, and we kept breaking them and snapping like everything. Randy Newberg, like I reached out to Randy and to Corey Jacobson and was like, hey, we got these trekking poles. Can you guys test them out for us? Had no business reaching out to them at that point. I just knew Randy from a friend of mine. And, Randy was great. He was like, yeah, send them to me. Yeah. Actually, I had already decided I was going to call them Sissy Sticks at that point. So when I emailed Randy and he saw that was the name on them, he's like, dude, I had to call you immediately because this is the funniest thing on the planet.
Yeah.
So we broke a lot with those guys. They tested. They were great to give feedback to us. And I just kept tinkering. And then finally, one of my friends in town was like, what if we just try aluminum on the bottom? Like carbon fiber, the rest of it, but aluminum on the bottom. And so we did that. And we took them on a few hunts and they worked great. And then Ryan Bassham, who's part of, our brand.
Best mustache in town, huh?
Yeah, best mustache in town, yeah. So he introduced me to Brian Call right about that 2018-ish period. And Ryan Lampers and Brian were going to New Zealand. And I reached out to him. And I'm like, well, he had just posted something on Instagram that said, hey, I left my trekking poles in Alaska or wherever they were. I need a new pair if anybody knows of a good brand. So Bassham was like, dude, you got to reach out to him now. Now's your chance. So I reached out to him and sent him a pair of poles, and he was like, dude, I'll test them, but I don't have high hopes for these things. So they took him over to New Zealand and came back and were like, we can sign off on these. These survived the trip. These are legit. And at that point, I was like, okay, now we need to really put a brand together. And at that point, I just wanted to sell trekking poles. And it was the Hunt Expo that year. So that was like 4 or 5 years ago that I got introduced to Dave.
2020, I think.
It was before that.
2019.
It was 2019 or 2019. Anyway, so I got introduced to Dave and was talking with him, and then
were you looking at it as like, oh, this is just like a nice little, it's something I'm interested in. I'm passionate about hunting, and this little side business.
Yeah, I originally just thought it'd be a little side hustle, like sell some trekking poles here and there and whatever. But when I decided to actually launch them, after Brian kind of endorsed them, and he was our first brand partner. I invested in the first PO, and I was super nervous because I'm like, dude, this is a lot of money.
Yeah, you're putting money out
for something that I don't know if it's going to work. And we sold out like in the first 60 days. And then we bought more and we sold out again. And again. And so I was like, wow, hunters actually like a product that's built for hunting.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the catalyst of like, wow, this could actually be a legitimate business at this point. And then again, we got with Dave, and Dave was great to like help provide, because all the knowledge he got from Sitka and all those early days. I just remember when we very first met in a little room, and I pulled all these different like prototypey products out, and he was like, he wasn't even interested in the products I had on the table. He's like, what do you want to be? Like, who do you want this brand to become? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I just want to sell stuff.
Yeah.
But Dave was like, no, that's not good enough. So he just really helped us navigate through that, look at the bigger picture. We knew that Sissy Sticks couldn't be applied to any other product offering, right, other than trekking poles. So we went through a rebranding process.
Unless you're making chopsticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Backcountry chopsticks.
So that would actually be funny.
That would be funny.
There you go. Like royalties on that.
Trail kites.
Yep. So, we just went through a whole rebranding exercise. Tried to look at the bigger picture.
We spent like a year on that.
It was literally almost a year. So in August of 2020, we relaunched as PEAX equipment. And at that point, we kind of had a good idea of what our roadmap was going to look like and what lane we wanted to stay in to avoid, apparel and backpacks and everything else that everybody else already does.
Yep.
And they do it well. And so, I don't know, what else, Dave, from getting into it, I guess.
I was shocked because we sat down here in 2019 on a little bench, and I'm like, all right, because I was kind of missing the industry a little bit, and I'm like, so how many trekking poles are you selling? And he told me, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Really? That's interesting. I'm like, that's pretty impressive. And the biggest thing for me at the time, and still to this day, is, do I like the human? Do I believe in the human?
Right.
Telling me, because I get pitched on being part of stuff fairly frequently. And if I gotta because I know what it took to build Sitka. It's like, a cumulative decades of people's lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just happen overnight. So I'm like, do I like Brice enough to say, yeah, let's do something? That's like, I know that's like a decade commitment at least. So, but when I saw in the product and I heard his story, and I got this feeling like he was a super genuine dude, really intelligent. I like surrounding myself with people that aren't C students like I am. So
I'm not an A student.
and so I'm like, then we met in Bozeman. The second meeting was in Bozeman.
Yeah, second meeting was,
and that was when you set the trekking poles on the table. And what I saw was like a tremendous opportunity that far outweighed just trekking poles. And yeah, it was like an effortless decision for me to get involved. And then once we started really batting around what we could do with this company, like spending about a year on like, let's really open the aperture up. Let's think about this. Like where would we want to be 10 years from now? You start doing that. Then it got really fun in my mind because I'm like, I know how to do that.
Right.
I know how to do that. I've done that before. So the coolest thing is though, man, what I really enjoy about our brand right now is the group of people that we have. It's such a positive environment. There's a dark underbelly to every industry. So our industry is no different. And I feel like we have a good group of guys that, and we're just trying to build great product and put it out there, and we're growing really fast.
Yeah.
We have a roadmap that I think benefits all Western hunters, and I'm excited. Like, I'm like, gosh, I see what's coming. Like, just wait.
I like the vibe of your booth. I mean, just your booth and your store in Bozeman. Like the color palette. I mean, even it's just bright. You're in there. It just feels homey.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels bright and shiny, and things seem good. And
well, the color certainly wasn't a mistake.
Yeah, no, I mean all the guys that I've talked to that work with you guys. I mean, all a good positive group of people, and it seems like you have a really good thing rolling.
Yeah, it's going really well, man. I'm excited. I mean, our trajectory is. I remember, dude, when I first started at Sitka, it was 4 of us or something, and I remember those days very vividly because I value them a lot. They're a really important part of my life. And it feels a lot like that. It feels very, very, very similar. However, I know a lot of it, and Brice through his business experience can prevent a lot of the mistakes that we made. We'll still make mistakes for sure, but I feel like we can do it a little bit more efficiently this time.
A lot of people think of ideas and products. I certainly have a list of them that I've thought of over the years. I'm like, oh, I need this thing. Nobody really makes this thing that I need. There's some version of it, but it doesn't really do everything that I want it to do. And I've got like this little backlog of things that I'm like, I wish I'd made that. I wish I did that, but I never do it. So I'm curious as to this.
Why don't you ever do it?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
It goes back to the question I asked you. What was it that flipped in you? And that's, I'm curious in this thing, whether it's starting Sissy Sticks and PEAX, like what made you decide to do it?
I think for me, it was, like I said earlier, I was so burned out on the stress of being in the financial services industry and just constantly being faced with problems. And, lucky for me, I was in a financial position where I didn't need to just go get another job, right? When they shut that other brand down, I didn't need to just jump right back into another role in a financial services company. And so because I was just so burned out of that, and I just had such a negative outlook on business and just the corporate America lifestyle, and I hated wearing, the slacks and the wingtips and, all that stuff. I just was like, the next thing I'm doing for me. Yeah. And I'm doing something that I'm passionate about and that I love.
Was it fun when you get started? Like the creativity of it?
Yeah.
Like picking the materials and the pattern?
Yeah.
And,
the earliest time of this brand so far was probably the funnest as well, because you just were always, number one, you were learning so many new things.
Yeah. Anytime you're learning something new.
Yeah. You just felt like, wow, I'm being enlightened almost right now.
Yeah.
Like all the different things you had to learn. and testing little things and products and materials and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, it was a lot of trial and error and just failing at things. It was fun. It was a fun process. And so it was exciting. It was in an industry that I'm passionate about. It connected me with people that I felt like were genuine and I actually wanted to be around. So I think for me, that just was the switch, right? Like even from the earliest days, it was like, this is something I know that I'm going to enjoy doing. And here, 4 years later, it's still something that every day I wake up and I'm like, dude, I'm so glad I made that decision. I'm so glad that I took the leap of faith and tried something that I felt like I'd like.
Yeah.
Trail, you and I have talked about, when I had you on my podcast last, we talked about that bull, or we talked about hunting, and you said something to me that stuck in my mind that I think can be tied back to your question.
Okay.
Which is, you said
flip it in reverse.
Well, I just want let's do a little therapy session here, bud. You told me that I'm to the point in my hunting career where I'm so confident in my skills. When I get out of the truck, I know I'm going to be successful eventually. It's just a matter of time, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of it, it's not, and I wouldn't call it a problem because I don't think everybody should start a company. I don't think everybody's wired that way. It takes a lot of things. But the number one problem that I've seen is people aren't willing to bet on themselves.
Yeah.
It's like this matrix that someday I can't remember if it was the red or the blue pill, but at some point you like take the pill where you're like, whoa, I can like get out of this thing. And like, I can manipulate.
Great movie.
Dude, that movie has so many things to learn from, but there's so many people in this industry that have ideas that don't ever do them because they don't want to bet on themselves. I'm not saying that's you.
No,
I'm just saying that's a common thing.
Sure.
And I get it. I remember at least the year where my mind switched, where I'm like, I think I could do this myself. I couldn't have done it. Like when I started Sitka, I didn't know jack shit. I was a C student. I learned most of my skills because of like hard work and the people that I worked around that were really smart and did really good things. But I got to a certain point where, like my friend Jeff Sposito, when he left Sitka and bought Stone Glacier and took it to where it is today, I was still at Sitka and I saw that. I'm like, Jeff's the guy that we came in his cutoff shorts and his sunglasses, his tank top,
flip-flops,
and drank margarita with us, and we hired him. And I grew up with this guy. Like he's my best friend. If he can do it, I know that I can do it. That was one of the things that shifted in my brain. I'm like, wait a second. Like, I've been watching my dad do this. My dad's never had a real job. So like there's this the switch that goes off in your head. It's like, wait a minute, I can do this. Just like I go out and kill an elk on public land and pack it out. Like you can do it. It just takes solving tens of thousands of problems.
Yeah.
But if you're wired, I think that a lot of hunters are. This is the way we have to be wired to be able to go out in the wilderness and try to do something that's never been done before at that moment in time. So point is, that's probably it. I talked to somebody that I respect a lot at Sheep Show that's like probably one of the most talented marketers that I know. Like they could do anything in the world. And that human told me that he's like, I'd really just like to bet on myself sometime. And I'm like, dude,
do it.
I will like go. Like, what the hell are you waiting for? He's roughly my age. So I think it comes down to that. Ideas are great.
Sure.
But they're really worth not a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you can pull them through, which they can, dude. We will all, like all these companies that are here right now, it's all great. PEAX, great. The reality is that the opportunities, the surface hasn't been scratched.
Yeah.
If like the right people had all the money in the world to, like, you could start a company every week and be successful here. Like some of them are going to fail, some aren't. But the point is like the opportunity is endless. It's just a matter of finding the right people that know how to do it, because that is like most of the stuff Brice does in PEAX, like gives me a headache. Like not in a bad way, but like he's good at the things I'm not good at, right? Like he's really, really good at the things he's really good at. I'm really good at the things I'm really good at. And I think if you can he's done a really good job of surrounding himself with a lot of people
Yeah.
that know what the hell they're
That's a
doing.
skill set in itself.
It is, because you have to
being
put
able
aside
find the
your
right
ego.
We had Dan Gates on earlier today, Colorado for Responsible Wildlife Management.
Yep.
It was incredible to sit and talk to that guy. Like,
I bet.
It literally fires you
I
up.
mean-
Once you get motivated for everything.
but I mean, the information that he has, he's a smart guy. But more than that, it was just this. You spend an hour with him, like this guy is a leader. Like you wanted to follow him.
Yeah.
Sitting talking to him, I was like, I'm really interested in what you got to say, like based on who you are. You
He's
present
got that
yourself.
energy.
Yeah, he's got that energy. Like he has this fire and this passion. And I don't know. He walked out of here, and I was just like, it's hard to believe that that guy's not born for that. I mean, he fits so well. He's doing this so well.
Oh, is
So-
he the guy I've been seeing floating
Yeah,
around all
with
these
the beard.
clips? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
he does, dude. He has an
Seriously.
energy. I've
Energy.
noticed him. Like every time I see him, I stop and listen.
But that's the interesting thing. I mean, I think PEAX looking at you guys. Obviously, you have your role. You know, you got your role. You have
And I'm pretty knowledgeable about what that is.
Yeah.
And I try to be really cognizant and conscious of like, David, that's not what you're good at. Like,
that's me. I
Brice, what do you think? Ryan, what do you think? What, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, I've gotten my ass handed to me so many times trying to do things that it's just not my spot.
Yeah.
There's somebody that I talked to there that call it your magic zone. If you can find your magic zone and like work within your magic zone, all these big corporations out there that try to like work a lot on people's weaknesses, like it's all the focus. Like you suck at this, you suck at this. It's like, if they would take that energy and just devote it to really developing those people's talents and just let them be bad at what they're bad at, hire somebody else for that part.
Right.
I feel like we'd all be in a better place. Not that you don't have to work on your flaws.
Sure.
But I don't know, as I've gotten older, it's like I know what I'm good at and I know what I'm really bad at. And I'm totally honest about it. I tell you.
Yeah, all the time. I think it's the biggest lie to tell people to go just chase something that they're passionate about. I mean, that's good.
That's interesting.
That's good.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, chase your dreams, go do something you're passionate about. Like, and I just talked about that a little bit. I mean, I'm passionate about hunting,
Yeah.
but I also know what I'm good at. And I think if people were to focus more on developing skills around what they are naturally good at, the success is going to come in that field. I tell my kids all the time, I don't care what you want to be when you grow up, but I want you to be the very best that there is at whatever that is. And the money side of it will take care of itself. If you learn whatever skill you're good at and you become number one, you're not gonna have to worry about money. That'll take care of itself. And so some people I think are just like, I just want to be in the hunting industry. I just want to be, I'm passionate about hunting, but they don't have the skill set that really lends itself to be successful. They'd be better at.
Well, if you're like me,
whatever.
you also might have like a natural talent, but it needs a lot of developing. Like I needed to work at Sitka for a decade, really
Right.
hard around people that were really good and smart, because I may have been naturally talented in certain areas, but it was just raw. Like it's not, most people, like what I would do if you're a C student like me and you want to work in the hunting industry is go get a freaking job in the hunting industry. Don't feel like you're going to like get a CEO job or even make much money at all. Just find intern. If you're young, intern. That's what I did. My first 6 months at Sitka, I was an intern and I had to prove myself. I don't know. I just think there are people that are naturally really smart that can kind of, maybe start a company when they're like in their 20s and have a lot of success. But I think for the most part, most of us have to work for other people for a while to learn how to
Gain
do
those
it.
skills.
Otherwise, you're going to make a lot of mistakes.
Well, when we started PEAX, I remember, gosh, I'm really good at the analytical side, right? The money side, the numbers, calculated risks, all those kind of things.
What's your degree in
But I
finance?
sucked at,
Business.
but I sucked at the marketing side.
Yeah.
Like I remember we didn't have any money, so I had to figure out how to, learn Adobe Illustrator to like do graphic design work. And I would do these things that I thought looked good. I thought they looked real good. And then I'd go, Dave, take a look at this. He would just destroy them. He would tear them apart and simplify them. And all those things that he was good at is what helped to build the brand really, because he had a different skill set than I did.
Yeah. And now you're getting really.
And I'm
good, Mark,
actually pretty
to where
good.
It's a little annoying. I gotta be honest. You gotta stay back, Brice.
Developing an eye for it.
No, he's put a lot of time into, because he's an open-minded guy. He's a smart guy. He knows that as a founder and a CEO, you have to do a lot of things, right? And sometimes Brice has to sit down and design emails for the next month or whatever, and he's just learned how to do it. But it's just, I can't remember who I had on my podcast the other day that they were talking about. Oh no, I was talking to Josh Smith at Montana Knife. He said, you basically, to do what he's trying to do, you basically have to forcefully become a elite problem solver.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have a defined job. You just go in every day and solve 200 problems and then go home and then do it again the next day. And that's basically what entrepreneur or starting a company. And it's also really messy, dude. People think it's like this beautiful thing.
Oh, that's the thing that drives me crazy. We were, again, going down some of these rabbit holes on these forums or whatever, and people, PEAX just is throwing their money around and whatever. I'm like, you have no idea. We don't have money, right? Like we have me and Dave and a computer, right? And so they don't get that we do a lot of stuff ourselves. We're not hiring it out. We're not paying people. We're learning the skills, and we're taking the time to develop our talents and learn new things, but we're grinding it out. And on the surface, it looks like, we're just, we're exploding and growing, and we're doing awesome as far as that goes. But behind the scenes, we're grinding. We're grinding hard.
No, we didn't raise any money.
We've never gotten
taken any money
from
for
anybody.
it. And we're bootstrapping it and growing it, and which is the best way to do it. No offense, I've raised money too. I've done that whole game. But point is it's just a freaking grind. And honestly, like, I'm part of the company and whatever, but a lot of it's on his shoulders, right? I only get to spend part of my week in this brand. And so if you're going to do what he's doing, it's really hard, dude. I could see it in Josh's eyes last week at Montana Knife. Like, he's on a rocket ship, dude. He was a lineman 4 years ago. He was buying Sitka full price 4 years ago and was a fan of mine. And now I'm like a super fan of his. And I'm like, dude, where'd you come from? He's like, I liked your stuff. And then I was a lineman. And then I started this. And like, now it's like crazy. And I have 50 employees, and we're still building knives in my yard. And I don't know. If you value adventure, and you're wired for it, and you have people that have the skill sets for it, I think it's super fulfilling. I do. Yeah. And Trail, I would bet money, real money, that you have ideas are really good ideas, because I know you, and you're like super analytical and like obviously like a really great hunter. Man, I mean, I'm not trying to, I want you to stay at GoHunt, GoHunt.com.
You want my ideas?
Use code altitude. Just kidding.
Well, you weren't really a C student, were you?
I was.
That. No, you weren't.
Yeah, I graduated with a 1.83.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually less than a C student, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you're a D student.
But it wasn't because I was like dumb.
No, of course not.
Give a shit.
Yeah.
I
right.
didn't value it. I played more. I mean, honestly, I hunted a lot.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
I tried hard in college, and I still only got a 3-point. I'm not like a book smart guy.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
I feel like I have a good gut.
Yeah.
And I have, like, I'm pretty honest and straightforward. Don't have a huge agenda. My dad just said, you don't have to be smart. You just got to speak the truth.
Yep.
And like do what's right, and you'll do fine. That's kind of how I've always. My little brother is like a genius. My older brother, genius level stuff. I was like the average student, but I just kind of. I always felt like I had to overcompensate too, like for work. I would, and to my detriment sometimes, like I would have to work harder than the guy that was really smart, and they could whip out a presentation in an hour. I'd spend 6 hours on it.
But there's value in that, though. I mean, you developed. It required you to develop into who you developed into.
Yeah.
For what you had to work for.
I don't know. I've just never tried to pretend that I'm smart. So I try to listen to people that are smarter than me. Listen to a lot of podcasts, Brady.
Yeah.
Podcasts are good. I listen to yours all the time. Hey, I learned something.
Dude, when are we going to do a reunion?
I know. We need to badly. That was so fun, that hunt. Just to camp. Again, like we're talking about the people.
I missed my rental car. I missed the rental car that I had.
I miss looking in your rental car and seeing how much junk you had.
What was
sitting
the
up
brand of car that I got?
A
You guys-
Kia.
It was a Kia. or
My
something?
favorite thing was just sitting out there in my blind and watching Dave just cruise everywhere. I'd see him out in the distance, just like the car going.
I was
like,
spotting
there
stalking
goes-
and they
there
were
goes
sitting in
Dave.
blinds.
And every time he came back, he had like all these wrappers and like, there's no gas station anywhere around here. Where'd you get all this food?
I drove like 40 miles to get candy bars and like
Yeah,
all the
burger.
goodies.
I think you had a burger.
Oh, I had a
there.
great cheeseburger.
Yeah, good cheeseburger. That was.
It was
But like
hilarious,
that,
dude.
Like, again, like that hunt, like I said, the people we were hanging out with was just so fun. It was so fun every night to come back and just hang out.
Dude.
You would want to go to bed at night, but you want to hang out and talk to each other.
Yeah, dude. That
All the stories we had, just the camaraderie at camp, like that's
I
what
kind
hunting
of
is
like
all
those
about.
low stress hunts.
Oh,
Like
Best.
antelope, you want to be successful. We all wanted to be successful, and I probably blew 20 stalks to kill one. But it wasn't about that.
no, it was just hanging out. having
Sometimes I
fun.
feel like my elk hunts, just because that's like my species that I love, I feel like there's a lot of pressure,
Yeah.
and it's less about camaraderie for me.
Yeah.
But like antelope, bear,
mule deer.
like it's like
Yeah, like how I slipped that.
Brady's
in.
like, don't you dare! I'll spend a month alone.
But I am starting to get this blacktail bug.
Really?
Black-tailed deer?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
They look like a mule deer. They live.
Do you know the story? Have you ever talked to Jim Heffelfinger about the story about that? Oh,
No,
I
but
don't
like
like he shows in the podcast I did. With
I
him.
really kind of want to hunt blacktail and just soak up a different hunting style and learn hunting a new species and how I can then morph that maybe into some mule deer stuff. And I do enjoy where they live, and I want to do like the thick jungle, like a real blacktail.
I know
like
a guy.
True.
I know a
hard
guy
hunt,
that lives
and
there that would be happy to take you.
It's like that's kind of what I'm excited to try to do. So I'm actually thinking about maybe doing it this year.
You should.
Like, getting out of my comfort zone, hunting a new species,
Yeah.
hunting new terrain. Like I'm used to big mountains, open scenery.
If you took your strategy or your tactics that you use for mule deer and applied those to blacktail, most people don't do that.
Mhm.
Most people do not work very hard for blacktail. They're driving around their truck, glass and clear cuts. You would be tremendously successful.
that intrigues me a lot. Just getting out, doing something different.
They're a mysterious animal, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know many great blacktail hunters. I know a few.
I even
Pretty
have
rare.
a bunch of blacktail hunting books I bought over the years, just reading. I'm just trying
Do
to
you,
learn.
do you read what's the one from the 80s? The guy in Eugene. He was a
Yeah,
legend.
I can't remember what his name is. I have that book.
Blacktail.
Yeah. Is it Hogan?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Hulk Hogan.
No, it's
No, no. Are you talking about Scott Hogan?
Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's another guy. I'll have to
That's more
find it.
recent. That's more recent.
Yeah, I'll have to find it. I read it when I was a kid. This guy was a legend.
Like that.
Yeah.
Dude, Cameron Haynes,
Yep, I have that book too.
legendary blacktail hunter.
Yeah,
back
he
in the day.
is.
Yeah, like doing what he did. People can say whatever they want about Cam. Doing what he did with blacktails
Yeah,
is
pretty
extraordinary.
Yeah.
It is very difficult to kill a mature blacktail. I spent nearly a month in a tree stand this year, and I was unsuccessful. I killed a little buck, and I worked really hard at it. My buddy killed the buck I was trying to kill. Bastard.
So that's what Trail would do to me.
It's not true.
I was happy for him, kinda.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, you should, dude. I think you'd really enjoy it.
Again, it's just something different, something new.
Yeah.
Where do you guys want to take Peaks? Where do you want to go with it?
Brice gets mad at me because I always reveal our plans publicly.
So you don't want to give up too
Yeah,
much?
go for it, Dave.
No, he likes it. Where do we want to take Peaks? So our overarching goal is the philosophy of how do we make people's life just a little bit easier in the backcountry to where they can enjoy it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're still going to suffer a little bit. There's still going to be some misery and all that, but that's like our tagline's thrive in the mountain.
Huh.
So like leaving aside for now, not promising we'll never do apparel. If you can imagine anything outside of that realm, it's fair game.
On the table.
Fair game. We are not siloed in any single category.
Mm-hmm.
We may make turns where people are like, whoa, I didn't see him going there.
Yeah.
And I won't reveal them right now, Brice. We had a conversation this morning that has not been done in this industry.
Correct.
But it's really at the end of the day about the backcountry situation,
Mm-hmm.
mostly around the camp. That's where we want to go. We want to, but the answer is you just never know, man. I remember these talks at Sitka You never know. I never personally thought we'd do waterfowl.
Right.
Like, it was just, we were a sheep hunting brand, right? Like, we do sheep. Like, just
Then
the
you were
premium
like,
stuff.
well, let's see, there's like 10 total sheep tags in 8 states. So
Yeah, right. Yeah.
no.
That's like what I appreciate you guys though. It's like the conceptualization of the products though. They're all well thought out, and it's like I don't even know how you guys go about thinking of what you're gonna release, and how you do it. But everything that's came out, like
It's a super
I'm not gonna
clean,
bullshit, but like
smooth
it's
process.
all awesome ideas and product.
Yeah.
It just goes back to what Dave said. Like, if our goal is to help a backcountry hunter thrive on the mountain, what is that going to take?
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult to like totally innovate something that doesn't exist today.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you take what is out there and make it just that much better for the hunter, right? And so that's really the focus. Is just
And sometimes that'll be like total game changing things, and sometimes that'll be incremental changes,
yeah,
just like every other brand.
yeah,
We might just think we can make a mousetrap just a little bit better sometimes, or we might create something that's like, whoa, no one's thought of that yet.
yeah,
I think the cool thing about our business is like, I look at it as kind of like an innovation center. Like, we are not just an apparel company, for example. We're like I said, we could come out with something that's like, whoa, that's not even in any category we do. Now, we have a pretty defined plan for the next few years that are pretty tight to certain categories. But as we move along, I think I'm excited about our level, especially right now. Like, we can make moves I don't think anybody else can. Well, there might be people that can.
But even like the small details though, like cross-truck stabilization. And
And that's
shelter.
Brice and Jason, our designer, and Jesse, our product team. Like, this is part of Brice's magic zone because he's so analytical and smart. I like great product, but I'm not really like a deep product guy. As long as it works just good enough for me to kill an elk or whatever I'm doing, I'm pretty good. These guys are like meticulous. And then when you start introducing the lampers into the table and these other people that help us with product testing, Brady, Miller, Trail Kreitzer, whoever, and they aggregate that feedback and create these cool new ways to look at things, like that cross-trek stabilization system in the teepee, for example. Perfect example. We could have just put out a teepee,
Yeah.
right? But it's like, wait a minute, we already have trekking poles. There's got to be a way that we can integrate to make the experience just that much better.
Yeah.
So what's the percentage of more head space up there? Like,
I think it's like almost 30% more headspace.
so it's like 30% more headspace and for a little bit more thought. And now we have a product that's like, okay,
Yeah.
there's other teepees out there, but
But back in the day, it was just hanging P-cord and trying my clothes out. But now it's headroom. I can hang gear. In Alaska this year with Brian, we literally hung every single piece of gear up there. Backpacks, boots, everything to try to dry off and close everything up top, make everything dry. Like that little piece. Like it seems like very simple, but it makes that product
speaking of that,
game
Brady, I got a sneak peek of your film.
Oh, I
hasn't
haven't
even
even
seen
seen a
it.
sneak peek
I know,
yet.
dude.
Do you like
No,
it?
really?
Dude,
yeah,
Is it good?
It's good.
It's really good, man.
I can't wait to see
I
it on
didn't see the
Saturday.
whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I saw moments. We'll all see it tomorrow night, right?
yeah,
Dude,
I'm looking forward to it.
it's
it's gonna be epic.
it's so good. I do not watch many hunting films. I'll be totally honest. I'm kind of like jaded,
Yeah.
but between the photogenic nature of where you were, which is a lot of it, it's just so spectacular. It's everybody's dream.
Yeah.
And then the moment that you had,
I broke down.
thumbs
Yeah,
up.
dude.
It was, I lost it.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
It's kind of funny that you've seen it and he hasn't.
Like, well, I just happened to be at Lampert's
The
house
guy that
last
likes
week.
to dig Brady a little bit. I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Just turn it in a little bit.
And I'm excited too because he said he's cutting this one down. Obviously, it's going to be in a movie theater, but like the full length one, he said might be 2 hours long.
It's long.
Yeah,
He had it at 3 hours, and then he's going to cut it to
He
2
just said it
hours.
was
Wow.
like 3, and he kept having to kind of.
This is like the full feature film.
It is.
But you know what? It
Epic.
doesn't feel boring. Like, because I told him, like, dude, I have a short attention span. And I started watching, I'm like,
Is that why they showed it to you, Dave? They're like, oh, we know. If we can pass the day
well,
test,
Brian knows I'm
we're
going to be
golden.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I actually think this could be a really long film. Like, I actually think this could. It's just such a cool story. And there's not a lot of hunts that warrant that type of time for people to watch. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's tough to do that with mini hunts.
Yeah, moose hunt's an incredible. I mean, that's like a once in a lifetime kind of
is.
deal.
I feel like, at
Yeah,
least
me
for
too.
me, it's like
Me
my
as
number
well.
one dream.
I never thought I would
It's
in my whole life.
life-changing as well.
Have you done it?
Yeah, I went up and just did a DIY hunt with a friend of mine, Steve Opat, and we just went up and did it and killed 2 bulls in 10 days. And
Was that last year?
It was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did it on my own. But you know, that was like my dream hunt as a kid growing up.
Yeah.
I never thought I would do it.
Me too.
I looked at prices and, you know, the feasibility of trying to put a hunt like that together. I just thought this will never happen. And I did it. And I still look at it as like, I don't know if I'll ever get back, but I look at it as like that was like, you know, once in a lifetime. Like I did that thing. So I think a lot of people look at it. So I think this film is going to resonate with people, you know?
Yeah. I think it probably, if you had people write down their dream hunt, that's probably
A lot of
pretty close
people.
to number
One of the top.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
For good reason. It's just such an iconic animal.
It is.
Um,
Like I said, the terrain you're hunting,
train the bears,
species,
the
all
adventure of it all.
The bears.
What
geez.
an amazing adventure.
Duh, bears.
The bears. There was a lot of bears.
I think there's maybe more bears than moose. Like there's so many bears.
Yeah, it looked like it.
All sorts of bear encounters. But I'm excited to see that. I'm kind of jealous.
What's the reception of like your bag been?
Well, I think
Off
we're
the
going to sell
charts.
out of them this week. So
Yeah,
it's been pretty good.
We bought enough inventory to last us what we thought would be like,
Till May.
May or June.
And we're going to barely, I don't think we'll make it out of February.
Yeah, so we've had it on the market about a month, and we'll sell out this week.
People are
Yeah.
picky about their bags.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when people when you physically watch them look at it and get in it, and they're like, wow, a bag has more usefulness than just something. I think Brice said in our video, it's not just something you crawl in and out of. It shouldn't be, because it's a pretty large item you're carrying back there. What if it had just a little bit more functionality that you could incorporate into your night or day?
Multi-use.
And even if it's just something simple like reading a book at night or like eating without having to get out, like those little things in the backcountry, like can make little things seem like the biggest deal. And so if you can make those little things just seem a little bit easier, it can make the experience a little bit, because you're like sleep deprived, you're hungry, you're tired, you get annoyed. So I think our sleeping bag has shown that you can fuse these features in with the right fabrics and technology, that like you can have a great product that meets the weight thresholds, but also has awesome features. You don't have to be minimalist with everything. Sometimes you do, right? And that's something we have this conversation all the time. Is there a way, and we do believe there is a way, to meet durability, comfort, and weight, and not just look at the backcountry as just weight, right? And sometimes that might mean we may come out a couple ounces above or below, whatever. But as long as we're within a threshold, we feel like if we did that, that means that might be just important enough that maybe you'll carry an extra ounce.
Yeah, you're erring on the side of functionality.
Yeah.
And it's crossing multiple boxes, not just a one-purpose item.
Yeah, and like with the sleeping bag, I feel like weight-wise, we came out about exactly where we wanted to. And it's more functional than any other bag out there. So
Where is it weight-wise?
2 pounds, 5 ounces.
2.5?
Yeah, for the regular size.
And you're rated at 15?
Yeah, so we had it tested at Kansas State University. We actually sent it, and they did the whole copper dummy and the cold lab, everything. It tested at 13 degrees
Gotcha.
for a male. So we were really pleased that it came in almost dead on, a little bit better than where we marketed.
Can you walk through that process quickly, that little test?
To send it to them? Yeah, so they're the ones that have the ISO certification for sleeping bags. So, any brand that wants to actually certify the temperature rating on their bag sends it to KSU, and then they, do their tests on it. They use a copper mannequin, and that copper mannequin, I think, has a base layer on, and they just put them in the bag, and then they put them in the cold chamber, and then as those temperature readings, hit, that copper mannequin gives off, it's got sensors all over, it just gives off the readings, and then they say, okay, well, this is the temperature that hits the kind of a female's comfort level, a male's comfort level, and then what they call the extreme limit, which is actually a female's kind of the lower end of what they would survive in. And so it was a pretty quick process, actually. I was surprised at actually how fast we got the results back. We asked if we could go like film the process because we thought that'd be really cool content, and
they said no
let
way.
us come in. So you just get this giant report back, right? This stack of papers, this PDF document that just kind of outlines everything, how they tested it and what the results were and all that kind of stuff. And we did the same thing with our down. We sent our down to a lab here in Salt Lake that's called IDFL, and all they do is just down testing. And so they we just sent them a bag, and then they open the bag and get the down out of the bag. And they test it for loft, they test it for the clusters, they test it for the hydrophobic, all that kind of stuff. And our down, actually, I was so impressed with the results of the down. You know, we market it as an 850 plus, even with it treated. Most of the time when you treat the down, it might be an 850 plus fill power down, but when you treat it, you lose a little bit of that loft.
Yep.
And so ours was actually tested at 870 with the treatment on it. And then they do that shake test where they put the down in a beaker with water and they shake it for 1,000 minutes. And after 1,000 minutes, our down had 0 saturation in it. So we're just super stoked on, the design. A lot of people were worried about the arm ports drafting and losing some heat, which I get it. But, we spent 7 iterations of that arm port to try to get it right. So a lot of effort went into that. The results of the KSU testing and then the down testing, we just felt really confident and really good about where that bag ended up.
I've been sleeping on mine on the floor the last 2 nights.
Literally has.
But it's funny you bring up the arm ports because I've been laying there with my arms out the arm ports, with my phone, just like reading or whatever, scrolling, which is kind of handy. I mean, it's just like little things.
When we were, I think this is probably iteration like 4, maybe 5, somewhere in there. I finally let my brother use one on a bear hunt that we were on. And he just hadn't been used to that. And he got in the bag, zipped it up, and he was laying there and he started to get a headache. And he was like, I'm in my bag. I don't want to get out. I don't want to lose the heat, whatever. And he just forgot about the arm ports. And then after 15 minutes of suffering with the headache, it just clicked. And he was like, I've got to get out of my bag. Yeah. And he just rolled over, popped his arm out, got in his bag, got his medicine, put it in, rolled back in, put his arm in, and he was like, that was the best thing on the planet.
Well, dude, your bag's like your safe haven.
Yeah.
It's like one of 2 things you look forward to doing when you get back to your tent.
I was going to say a lot of days it's the best part of your day, right? When you can't wait to crawl into that thing.
Get comfy.
The thermal image testing was the coolest thing we did with that bag. So Montana State University actually has its own cold chamber because they have a snow, I don't know what it's called. They have a lab that tests
snow machines,
snow, cold, whatever. I don't know. So we were able to actually get access to that lab, and we went up there with the bag, and we had thermal imaging cameras. And to see our bag, when somebody puts their arm out and it cuffs around and you're losing a little bit of heat or whatever, but to then look at a competitor who has to unzip, it's like that it was like fire coming out of bags. Like when somebody unzips it and all that heat escapes. And then when you can just get your arm out and you're just barely losing any heat and then pull it back in and it seals right back up. We were like, that's what really sold it for us.
And you can see there's a video on our YouTube and on our website that kind of shows that part of it.
Yeah.
And you can see when they slip their arm back in that thing, the heat just stops escaping.
Yeah. So that was actually a super fun part of the development process, was going into those labs with the thermal imaging cameras and testing it.
What do you guys think of that process? That you're going to test using thermals?
I can't remember who brought that up. It was either Jason, our designer.
Probably Jason. Our designer's
it might have been
super nerdy.
That's a super cool idea. So it makes sense to me. People should be doing that with whatever.
You wonder why I haven't seen a bunch of that already before.
Yeah, even clothing or whatever.
Yeah, and I know that there's companies out there that do it with clothing, but I just don't think they talk about it for some reason.
Yeah. Anyway, so the bag's doing great. Thanks.
Yeah. What do you have? Do you have new product at the show?
We have too much new product.
I
at the
haven't
show.
even had a chance. Literally. So
Half of our booth is new products.
basically, all I've done is walk over there, grab people, and walk back here. I haven't even had a chance to like walk around and look at anything. But it looks to me like you've got something.
Yeah, we wanted to pull the curtain back a little bit at this show, and just let people get a sneak peek at what's coming. And so if you're here in Salt Lake and you come by the booth, you'll be able to see there's a sweet new tarp system that we call the origami tarp. I don't know if that's going to be the final name of it. That's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
have
like,
to check it out. I'm a big
kind of
tarp
like the
guy.
code name right now, but
It
we
is.
might just leave
I
it
love a
like
good
that.
tarp.
But again, our designers, they're so forward and innovative thinking that they were like, how can we take a 10 by 12 tarp and convert it into like an actual real shelter that we could use? And so they origamied that thing up and figured out how to like fold it here and clip it there. And
So it's not just a straight rectangle.
it is a straight rectangle,
Okay.
but when you fold, you got to come see it.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
got to come see it.
close.
I'm a big tarp proponent. I've packed a tarp everywhere I've gone. So.
Yeah. So we have a
10,
lot of
15
people
years.
that have seen it at the show that have been like, man, I would just use that all fall.
That's yeah.
So I think that's going to be really cool. That should hopefully come out this summer at some point.
Origami.
Or we don't know if that's
Maybe.
the name, but it's a.
That was our
looks like
code
it.
name.
was
Dan
kind of our
looks like
code
he's
name.
workshopping it over
That was
there.
well, I haven't solved it yet. That was our project name.
Yeah, it was a project name.
I
for
like it.
It was nice to use in Alaska, I will say.
And it makes sense.
It's
right?
a cool product.
It is really cool.
It is a really,
is.
really, and again, multi-use. It's just something that extends out to, its main use is one thing, but it extends out to another use.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then
And then
the
we
stove.
Oh yeah, the stove.
Yeah.
Talk about the stove. a little
We've
bit.
been working on this stove has been an engineering nightmare. I'll say that. Like, if it's a miracle that it's where it's at today and it's so close to being done. When we first started this project, like I looked back at our first correspondence that we had with a factory that we wanted to partner with. I think that was towards the end of 2020, early 2021 when we first started these conversations. So it's been the longest product to develop. It's been the most expensive product to develop. And because we just wanted to leapfrog everything else that was on the market, right? Like there's so many ultra lightweight stoves that are out there, but they all kind of look the same and kind of function the same. And there's challenges with wing nuts and assembly time and loose parts and all those things. So that's really what we wanted to solve, was the ability to like still meet the weight threshold like we talked about, but quick assembly time, no loose parts, and actually engineered to fit together and to be tight.
Yeah. I noticed the legs and, like you said, how it fits and locks together. Like I briefly saw it earlier. I want to go back and look at it, but I was like, oh,
Yes, dude.
you guys solved some things.
it's
I didn't
pretty
even think
sweet.
about that.
You
Was
say it so much politically correct than I do.
I do.
Yeah, when you describe the other stoves in the industry.
Oh yeah, let's see, his explanation's great.
I think the other stoves in the industry look like your drunk uncle welded them in their garage.
and they kind of fall apart and
Yeah.
stuff when you
No offense.
assemble them, and then
They
just
just
go
pop, explode.
No
Yeah,
offense,
down
no,
in there.
not bashing or anything. It's just the way that it feels that way. It feels like there's a lot of innovation needed. And so, yeah, that's been a nightmare, I know.
Yeah, but we're so excited. I mean,
We're really close.
I am
We're really
so
close.
excited. I'm more excited about the stove than I think I've been about any product that we've engineered.
Cool.
It's just been because it's taken so long to finally see it like right on the edge of being ready. It's been really exciting.
And you're close on it then?
Yeah, really. That should launch this summer if all goes as planned.
Yeah, we're close. And we were
then
showing the
there's-
Dyneema TP yesterday.
Yeah, the Dyneema TP, that'll be out later this year.
Explain what Dyneema is for people that don't.
So Cuban fiber, I think most people know what Dyneema is, but because it's kind of making its way. But it's, the benefits of Dyneema are obviously weight savings, 100% waterproof without any type of coating on it, and zero stretch, right? So those are the three big benefits of Dyneema. And obviously we feel like we have a really premium TP, just the design and the way it works. So we know we have to offer it in premium fabric as well.
I do have to publicly apologize right now. So when your guys' sleeping bag launched, I had a photo. I took of myself a selfie, and I totally spaced that the Dyneema Shelter
was
in the background.
So I saw some of those comments.
I forgot to ask you. It was like, is this coming out really soon?
Yeah.
You're luckily we're a leaky brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
we don't.
and then I was like, oh gosh, because a lot of the comments were like, dude, sleeping like awesome, but is that a leak of the new PEAX? And I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No, that's
I
great.
apologize, but
No, that's,
It looks awesome,
great.
dude. That thing looks awesome.
the
You have one
dynamic.
over there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we
It's
had
not
it
up anymore. We took
yesterday.
it down
Oh,
because
gotcha.
Yeah,
took it down.
yeah. So that'll come out this year. We do have a full and half nest for the teepee as well. I'm super stoked about the half nest because you can still run that with a stove. And so if you're in a buggy place and you need protection, you can do the half nest and you can still run the stove at the same time. So you get like a whole half of a teepee basically as like a vestibule with all your gear and the
And a
stove.
stove.
so you're saying I can have protection from ticks on spring bear? Huh?
You bet. Isn't that going to be epic?
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. Everybody I've talked to
Picking them
says
out of
Brady
your
just
hair.
goes straight to bed, doesn't even
Yeah.
check, no tick checking.
You wake up in the morning, you got like 6 of them attached to you, and you come back and luckily I got friends with access to medication to give me to make sure that kills everything that might have attacked me. But
Ouch.
What medication? Does it prevent Lyme disease?
I can't remember, but I got back and I was like, dude, I had so many ticks on me. I started, I don't know if it was like exhaustion or whatever, but I was like, I kind of feel a little weird right now. He's like, I got something for it. And he,
Really?
like, I didn't have to go there. He prescribed me something and like,
Ivermectin.
yeah, something good. But I was
Oh,
like,
you're gonna get censored.
just totally something preventative. And I was like, dude, that was amazing. Having a friend with a good hookup and cares about your health.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out here in a second. But yeah,
I need
it's a
some
tick
of
thing. And I
I
love
hate ticks, dude.
Yeah, but like the
Oh,
teepee
fan.
setup in the spring, I need to have it because I have to dry all my gear out.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's open. There's creepy crawlers.
I'm a big fan of the nest. I'm kind of a
Dude,
nest
I
guy.
am too. I didn't know if I would be, but after seeing it and testing it and having a few other people test it, like, I'm super stoked about that.
Nice.
So, and then a few other things that we'll just keep the secret.
Yeah.
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone.
We can talk about those later, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We've had you guys for what, hour and a half? We'll cut you loose, but I was curious, did this conversation go anywhere where you thought it would?
I had no.
Yeah.
I've learned to have
Yeah.
no expectations for podcasts.
I think those are the best. for me.
Rogan always says, like, just imagine we're at dinner having a conversation. I
Yeah.
think that's how these should be.
Me
Yeah.
too. And usually
I love just talking about business and
Yeah.
life and
Yeah.
people and
Beginning of the podcast, I thought that was gold.
yeah.
Didn't even know we were rolling. I thought those were some gems we were talking about for a long time.
I found out I need to figure out why my stress levels have gone down.
Yeah.
yeah.
makes me curious.
I didn't start smoking weed.
Nope.
I just
I make it go up. Right?
no. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and
You guys are
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks for
that's
having
what
Appreciate
we
the friendship.
appreciate the
Yeah.
friendship and the partnership, and
Yeah, you bet.
We got to do a PEAX GOHUNT and just
yeah,
nothing
That'd be so
serious,
fun.
nothing too serious though.
Yeah.
Something easy. We should
know,
go
we
to
should-
freaking
we should-
Hawaii and do some like axis
Yeah,
stuff together.
axis deer. That's
Brady
kind of what
wants
I'm
to-
interested.
Dude, I'm so tired of throwing out Hawaii invites people that never come.
So I just tried.
You've told me
I
like
invited-
5 times you've invited me to go.
if Brady wants to hunt blacktail, we should go to Kodiak in July.
Kodiak would be awesome.
and hunt blacktail.
that'd be fun.
Camp out and hunt blacktail.
Yeah.
Big bears,
Big
deer.
bears,
Love me some
big
bears.
country, blacktails.
When does that open up there? Is it in July, really?
It might be August.
August. I hunted it. The only time I've ever hunted it was in
I've done
late October.
I've done October and November.
Yeah.
And I see those guys up hunting like the alpine when it's super green, spot and stock.
That
like
looks
August.
awesome.
That looks incredible.
I think that's what Lampers did last
yeah,
August.
it
Right.
wasn't in Kodiak, but
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you could kill a blacktail.
There we go. We just
Let's
thought
do
of
it.
an idea.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Done.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a deal on this podcast.
Nope. You heard it here first. We're going.
I've been wanting to go back there for so long, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Be a good trip.
We got to get Brice out.
Yeah.
He had a tough year. Let's get him out and do some adventures.
Enjoy that, I think.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think it'd be an absolute blast.
Got to get you back in the gym. Get you shooting that
Gotta
bow
get back
again,
in the
buddy.
gym. Got to get back on the bow.
If we even do
Gotta
it,
get
Bow. maybe we don't
outdoors.
need that stress either.
I mean, I'll bring my gun. You guys can borrow mine when you need to.
Trail's not going to shoot a gun. You don't gun hunt at all, do you?
I shot Naudad with a gun when
Yeah,
I was in
you borrowed
Texas.
mine.
It was,
Trail's a little trigger happy.
it was
I like
last day. I I already killed a ewe with a bow, and then I didn't know that I was going to get a chance to actually kill a ram. I was perfectly satisfied with the ewe that I shot with my bow, and I was like, that's my hunt. That's the experience I wanted. I'm golden.
Nice.
And then the last day we had to hunt, Brady shot a ram, and then another ram, 2 rams, I guess, popped up out of this canyon, and the guy we were with, Steven, which is, it's, he's the guy, it's his property kind of overseas. He was like, you should shoot that ram. And, at that point I was like, we're going home tomorrow, so give me the long gun. I'll go shoot one. So,
Cool.
yeah, I can still shoot. That's the funny thing. People don't think I can shoot a rifle, but it's pretty easy.
Especially when I dial it for you.
When Brady does all the work for you, when Brady gets it all set up,
I set the bipods up
treats
for
me like I'm a
him.
10-year-old kid and gets the.
Just press the trigger.
I
That's all
want
you
a
gotta do.
shooting school from Brady.
Yeah,
That's what I said on the way over here. I was like, dude, Brady,
Yeah.
I need you to come help me set
I
up a
can
new
shoot.
gun. And
I can kill stuff, but I need to get
yeah.
better.
Yeah, I'll stop by Bozeman on the way through this spring, get your gun dialed, and
there we
get
go.
ready for August blacktail.
All right.
What caliber are you taking up there?
300 rum.
You're straight 300 round.
Straight rum the whole time.
You're gonna shoot. I shot a blacktail this year with a 300 mag. Luckily, I did not ruin any meat.
It's all about shot placement when it comes.
I
to the
mean-
gun. Yeah, you could ruin some more potentially, but
Oh yeah, my entry was right behind the shoulder, and my exit was right in front of the ham. So like literally, there was no. Well, I might have lost like maybe a couple chunks of shoulder meat just from the. But I was pretty surprised. But it was pretty brutal. If I would have hit that thing in the shoulder, oof,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been pretty. So I thought maybe I'll get a smaller caliber for deer.
there's no replacement for displacement.
Yeah, we should end on that. Take that, deer
We
days,
should,
folks.
but so far, how many podcasts is this we've done up here? 4?
4.
So far, I have not hit a promo code on any. So I'm going to hit promo code at the end. You can use the promo code podcast. You can sign up for a Go Hunt Insider account. You're going to get 50 points back at the Go Hunt Gear Shop, which you could use towards the purchase of PEAX. PEAX equipment, gear, which you carry in the gear shop. So use that promo code podcast.
And on that, we out.